with coverage you can count on. This is the Erie News NOWCAST.
Good evening, I'm Mike Ruzzi. Thanks for joining us for tonight's edition of the NOWCAST. And breaking tonight, the CDC has issued a new moratorium on evictions that will last until October 3rd. The Biden administration issuing the new eviction moratorium after the federal ban lapsed on Saturday. The new moratorium halts evictions in counties with substantial and high levels of virus transmission. The move comes after the Biden administration faced criticism for allowing vulnerable renters to lose their homes during a pandemic. The new moratorium could help keep millions in their homes as the coronavirus Delta variant has spread. There's millions of dollars of rental assistance available through Erie County. Members of the Wolf administration paid a visit to Erie today to address some of the obstacles many businesses are facing from the pandemic. Members of the Wolf administration met with elected leaders at the Tom Ridge Environmental Center for a roundtable discussion on the issue. Now, according to the Labor and Industry Deputy Secretary, Sheila Ireland, there are 5 barriers preventing Pennsylvanians from working and businesses from finding the employees they need. That includes job training, access to affordable child care, and transportation. With people retiring in record numbers, Ireland says businesses must adjust to the shift in industry by reevaluating their recruitment practices. Meantime, vaccinations across the region have leveled out in Crawford, Warren, and Erie counties. As of today, more than 60% of the nation is vaccinated against the coronavirus. Across the state, it's about 63%. Meantime, our region is fully vaccinated more than 172,000 people, which is about 55.5%. Vaccinations continue to slow down across the board while new cases are trending up. State as a whole has reported about 800 new cases. We have all this data and more on our website, erienewsnow.com. In less than 2 weeks, Catholics across Pennsylvania are being asked to return to Mass, and the church isn't changing that plan despite the Delta variant. But church officials say that doesn't mean all Catholics must return to Mass. Church leaders today discussing their plans to reinstate the Sunday obligation, a plan they created weeks before the Delta variant gripped the country. For now, Catholics are still required to attend weekly Mass starting August 15th, but some parishioners are exempt. Leaders say elderly people, those in poor health, or caretakers of vulnerable people should weigh the risk of attending. Catholics are never required to go to Mass if doing so would endanger themselves or other people.
If they have a legitimate concern about the Delta variant for their own well-being or the well-being of their family, then they have that legitimate option to stay home and to pray and observe the Lord's Day in a different way.
And for now, Mass won't be required at Mass, and churches will open at full capacity, but church leaders say those plans can change if needed. Well, more tonight with Ethan Kibbe on Erie News Now at 11. Infrastructure negotiations continue in Washington today, and tonight we're getting some new details about what's inside the $1 trillion package. Our Washington correspondent Matt Knadler has more.
Senators continue offering amendments to the $1 trillion bipartisan infrastructure package Tuesday, and we're learning more about where the roughly $550 billion in new spending is likely to go. Here is a breakdown. $73 billion for rebuilding the electric grid, $65 billion to expanding broadband internet, $40 billion to fixing bridges, and $39 billion to public transit.
For example, in Pennsylvania, we got more than 3,300 bridges in poor conditions. And that bridge in a small town might be the only bridge or one of the few bridges that carries a school bus full of children across it or an emergency vehicle.
Senators can offer as many or as few amendments as they wish. Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer has said lawmakers will not adjourn for their month-long August recess until a deal is done.
I hope we can use our time in the Senate efficiently. The longer it takes to finish the bill, the longer we'll be here.
Regardless of how long senators wait before a vote, the package marks one of the largest infrastructure investments in American history, and it checks a key box in President Biden's agenda. The president tweeting Tuesday morning, "We can't afford not to do it." It's unclear exactly how many Senate Republicans are expected to support the bill. 5 GOP senators helped write the framework with the White House, meaning at least another 5 would have to sign on to reach that 60-vote filibuster-proof majority.
Our bipartisan negotiators have already been taking this task very seriously. The American people need the Senate to continue taking it seriously as well.
In Washington, Matt Knadler reporting.
And if you're a fan of the Powerball lottery game, you're going to want to listen to this. The Pennsylvania Lottery says there'll be an additional drawing every week. Drawings have been held on Wednesdays and Saturdays, but the announcement today now adds Monday. And the new drawing starts August 23rd. Lottery officials say adding a third drawing will not change the Powerball's odds or cash prizes. They're also adding the double play. For an additional $1, players get another chance to win in a separate drawing. The double play drawing is live streamed online after the televised Powerball drawing. And that's our NOWCAST report for now. Join us for our next news at 10 p.m. on the CW and 11 p.m. on WICU and WSE. Have a great night.